Hey, how you doing? Red and Blowing. Thanks for joining us again for another video. I'll be discussing Chapter 1 of Amy Fond's We Should Never Meet. So in Chapter 1, we are brought in of a character, and her name's Leon. We don't get a last name, so we'll just call her Miss Leon. Okay, so she's the oldest of seven, and her family, they live in South Vietnam, and they're farmers. They lived very comfortably up until the war came down into their area and, and it destroyed all their rice fields. So, her being the eldest, even though she's a female, her father realized that old Vietnam custom saying that males are worth more than females was thrown out the window. He valued all his kids the same. And so, since she was the eldest, the same things were expected of her. Since she was the eldest, she had to leave to go provide for the family because the rice fields were destroyed, and their crops were destroyed, and their livestock was taken and or slaughtered. So she leaves where she was and to go to a place called Cain Thao. In Cain Thao, she spent months, or well, really weeks, looking for a job until she finally found a job where she had to gut fish and catch fish, and she lived with two older men. So the book never really discusses their relationship, but she was very uncomfortable living in the same room as them, but she was grateful because she was still able to provide for her family. The book jumps to her being pregnant and having a baby. It never speaks about how she had the baby or what happened. So what really struck out to me about the book is that she didn't want the baby, but I was never really quite sure why. Like, I understood that she went to Cantal to help provide for her family, that she couldn't really afford another mouth to feed. But I wanted to know, like, what happened with the baby. Was it a product of rape, or did she get sexually involved with someone that she wanted to get sexually involved with, or was it the fishermen people that she was living with? So that stuck out with me. Another thing that stuck out with me was her family's decision. Because even though she was the eldest, her grandparents were still stuck in the old mindset of, oh, it doesn't matter, she's a girl, she needs to stay here, she's not going to get good money going anywhere. But her father was like, no, that's ridiculous, we need money, and she is going to be the eldest that's most readily available to help provide for the family. So then she leaves, and then she ends up having a baby. Something that stood out to me was her confrontation with the girl who was, I guess, in her room, we could call it. So they both had their baby, and then after they woke up, they had a conversation. And she was discussing how she has a job doing fish, but then the girl was like, "No, I have a job that's better, so it's gonna pay more money." And she looked so disgusted and said that she didn't want to be a whore. And so to me, like, that's confusing. Like, okay, so if she doesn't want to be a whore, how did the baby come about? And things of that nature. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below.